17 students, and I think I am one of 7 who are still alive.
Welcome back to Spotlight. I'm Aleksandr, and just a reminder that my guest on the show today is Aleksandr Shubin, one of the leaders of the Russian Pirate Party. Mr. Shubin, you said that you have nothing against your books being freely available in the internet, but how will authors make their living if their books are available for free? I mean, this is absurd.
Really, we have 3 ways very good for authors, and for me as an author, I have more than 20 books, so I am involved in this problem. First of all, advertisement is a motor of trade, and internet don't crush trade of goods which you can have in your hands, and very big part of people want to have book as a reality, not only the text in the computer. For example, I can say that our intellectual literature in Russia now have 3,000 copies, 5,000 copies a book, and we have millions of people. And of course, if my book will be widespread in internet, more people want to buy it, not less. It's first. Second, for example, imagine I want to write 3 books, and I put on internet 3 web money, and say, if you pay for this web money, I will promote, I will work with this book more quickly, and with this not so quickly. And it is free choice for people who want to read my books. And without any editorial, by the way. It is directly, of course, it is more useful for me.
Okay, I want to ask you a couple of questions about your party in general. Well, pirates, the Pirate Party, we know pirate parties in Europe, are associated primarily with fighting for freedom of information and against copyright laws. But what is your broader vision of a society you want to live in? Because as far as we understand, today, under the new, more liberal laws, you are getting ready to become a real political party in Russia.
Really, we are, of course, a real political party with very wide program, and now we are working for more concrete program, of course, but we have ideas about everything, as all parties, I think, all real parties. And our key idea is not this copyright problem. Our key idea is computer democracy. Electronic democracy. We are, for example, in future against parliament, because we think that really all decision can be realizing in internet votation.
So you believe that the internet really is capable of changing the way politics is done? Is
all
that
politics,
right?
yes.
Really?
And we are not right party, and we are not extremely left party, because we have some elements, for example, of socialist ideas of self-management, direct democracy, economical democracy, some ideas, of course, of freedom, individual freedom. And we are party of future, and this electronic democracy, this computer democracy, can involve on economical planning, but it will be very free, very democratical planning, indicative planning. It is democracy inside big corporations, democracy, of course, inside the state. And we promoting these ideas, and we now really make platforms for which are using, now pirates organize internet platform, and now our civil societies are voting for their civil council. Now it's organized in Moscow. By this, our pirate platform.
So you're working on the platforms, you're working on technologies that will allow citizens to effectively control the government. You mean the internet is really closing the gap between the governors and the governed. Is that right?
First of all, to control government, but second, to really to vote for laws. Ordinary people must vote for laws, not deputies.
Listen, why do we need a pirate party to fight for these principles? Aren't the existing parties enough to include these?
They don't want. They are very old for this. They are very old. No Communist Party, no Единая Россия, no this Spravo Rossi and
the
others.
right, the left.
Right?
They're not interested.
No, they
Nobody.
don't interested in this. They are for old forms. They are like feudal parties in times of bourgeois revolution.
Okay, so
they are for
I got you.
forms.
Okay, so then how would you explain the success of the pirate parties in Germany, in Sweden, and does that inspire you?
It's because of this that we are only one party of future. Now, this old world in a deep crisis, in a puffin, and nobody knows how to go out of this puffin. Only Pirate Party make a program for future society, post-industrial
I would
society.
say I had another explanation. My explanation is that maybe in countries like Denmark, Sweden, Germany, people got a little bit sick and tired of politics. They don't distinguish between different parties, the moderate left and the moderate right, and the Pirate Party is the only party that talks to people about something that they're interested in, and they're really calling for a real change somewhere.
If in this case, maybe we would have majority, but we have no majority. Majority of people don't like old parties. Yes, it is. But we have no majority even in Germany, you know. So we have really our own sector. Our own sector of voters who really support this new point of view, new topics of discussion. And maybe it's not majority, but it is real voters who don't want to have some fun, not only, but they want real new discussion.
Aleksandr, you mentioned the Russian president meeting with some members of your party, among other people. Also, the Russian communication minister, a very influential man in the field, Mr. Shubin, he visited one of your meetings, one of your gatherings. Well, did this inspire you, and to which extent, according to your understanding, is he sharing your ideas, or is he?
I think that our state now have very big lack of new ideas and
lack of new ideas.
Yes, they are searching for something new, and I think this.
Well, they're talking about innovation all the time.
But they don't know what is it. They make this Skolkovo, don't want to what to do with this. Or maybe to spend money. Of course, it's a good idea to spend money for them, but they don't know what to realize, and we know. But, of course, this visit of Shogulev, it was unofficial. It was unofficial. We gathered in a bookstore. It was in our staff quarter, and he said that, oh, I went to buy some books. Oh, you are Pirate Party, how is interesting. But really, of course, it was not only incident, and it was a real discussion there. And main point of the discussion was that we said we need now this computer democracy, and we have concrete ideas how to realize it in all spheres. And he answered that maybe it's very interesting, but we have no society which want this computer democracy from the state. Society don't want. And we ask why, how you know.
So people don't want free movies on the internet, they want to pay. This is strange.
No. Electronic democracy is something another. They don't vote. They don't influence.
You're talking about.
They don't want democracy.
Well, I think I would be on your side rather than on Shogolev's side in this discussion, because, as we remember, most of the people gathered during these rallies after the last elections in the center of Moscow, then on Sakharova. The great rallies information were gathered through the internet, through Facebook, through computer, and this is computer democracy, so it does exist.
These people are on our side, and we ask Shogrev, why you want, why you know, how you can know? You know nothing about your people, about people who are living in provinces, what they want. These ideas of electronic democracy and free exchange of influences can make society more general, more consolidated, by the way. Now we have split society, and nobody knows what real Russian citizens want from the state.
Well, I'm not sure the internet will give us an idea of what the Russian citizens...
It is one of the ways.
It's biased.
Because...
internet voting is biased, as any other voting, probably.
Not really. Because if you make through internet elections of deputy, of course it is really a competition of money, competition of images and so on. But in real electronic democracy, people discuss the law in internet. They don't discuss deputies. They discuss the law.
Well,
it's another.
This is another thing, is because when you talk about elections of MPs, well, it's like finding a wife through the internet. Very few people really find themselves a spouse through the net because you can't find something real through
your
virtual reality.
Your potential members of Pirate Party, because we are criticized these elections first of all.
Okay, well, the Ministry of Justice refused to register your party because of the word pirate. They say piracy is something illegal, so you shouldn't keep this in the name of the party. Will you stick to that word piracy, or are you ready to drop it in order to become legal?
First of all, we think that it is not according to the law, because their letter was that pirates are the people who was accused in court because of banditism in the sea. We say, we are not. So you must, you have some craziness in your head. So we want to struggle, to have a struggle for our name. But of course we are real politicians, and we understand that our state don't think about law all the time. We maybe can change one letter. And if we will be, for example, not Piratskaya party, but Piratskaya party, they couldn't prove that we are these pirates who is in Somalia, for example.
With an S instead of a C.
Everybody can understand.
That's clever. Thank you very much. It was very nice talking to you, and just a reminder that my guest today was Aleksandr Shubin, one of the leaders of the Russian Pirate Party. And that's it for now from all of us here. If you want to have your say on Spotlight, drop me a line. Spotlight will be back with more first-hand comments on what's going on in and outside Russia. Until then, stay on RT and take care.
Thank you.